this Dargle, Chaos and Excessive. Oh. Now the green boat in front with the Australian colours is Dragula. Then we've got Chaos, the white boat. Around the outside is Pete Smith and Excessive Brian Williams, the red boat on the inside. So I'll take them around again. And we're still looking for someone with an electric drill to help the boys with Dargle. Dragula has dropped out. Behind him at the moment, Pete Smith giving Chaos plenty of revs on the outside. Behind the start boat, he'll have to let them go this time. Dargle is well out of it. Dragula, I should say, and there goes Chaos, shooting around the outside to take up the early running, and Pete Smith will be all out after. As he comes to the main straight, that's two down, he's gone past Dragula, as if it's standing still. Chaos out of the main straight once more, and look at the gap he's putting in between him and the second place getter, the red boat Excessive. So he goes down the back straight once more, down towards the Carousel, into left-hander Rayline Seats and the Stevens boat Psycho Marine, and the Apollo Power Plus Batteries corner past the VDO Cylindrical Buoy, and into the main straight now. And there's the yellow flag, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for Chaos. And he's nearly just about lapped the second place getter. He's only about a quarter of a lap behind him. And as he goes out the straight for the last time, it's Peter Smith in the white boat. That's Chaos making her way down past the Carousel once more. Into the left-hander for the last time. That's Dragula, the last boat. It's going around over the line now. Still a lap to go. Excessive's got a lap to go, but he's our race leader and winner, Chaos, Peter Smith from New South Wales. No wonder he's a champ. Look at the way he can move that boat around. Chaos is the leader and the winner, very easy fashion, of Heat 3 of the Mike Sparner Memorial. Chaos, Pete Smith first. The red boat will get second, and the other one has been lapped. Dragula. The red boat Excessive will be second, and Dragula third.
31 second lap, Tim. 31. I was just going to say, have a guess to see when he's consistently doing 32s and 31s.
Well, a lap time of Chaos of 31 seconds. So he certainly scooted around. He consistently lapped at 32 seconds, and finally with the best time of 31 seconds. So he looks like having the pole all right in the final of the Mike Sparner Memorial.
Ted, can we clear the people from the pits in front of standing behind the boats along the water's edge, especially? They're causing problems with them.
Boats in any way, shape or form. If you wouldn't mind leaving the pits, please, we'd appreciate it, because they're finding it very, very hard to move these boats in and out for water. It's mostly those people right on the water's edge near the boats. We would ask to get them in and out of the water. Thank you very much. Kavanagh's, Cavs, and the other boys, Tracy, are not going to let him just get away with it, so it'll be a pretty interesting final. But Chaos, Pete Smith, the Australian champion, will get him up here to say a few words in the microphone in a moment. 4 laps.
Time we race this boat at Albert Park Lake itself, it's only a pretty new boat. So we're just changing a few things now to make it set up for the final now that we found we didn't have to adjust before.
Tell me, Lee, that you, in the run, you seem to be a bit of a stop-start. Were you kidding to the opposition, or did you have a few problems out there?
Well, we had a few problems, well, only minor ones, simply that the down pedal for trimming the boat, the springs that return it were extremely heavy, and here you have to run a lot of down pedal. It was very hard to push down, you couldn't get the power on properly with it that way. So we've loosened the spring pressure up now, so we should be pretty right.
Lee, now Pete Smith went a lap time of 31 seconds. He's got 3 seconds on you at the moment, but can you pull a few more revs out to match Peter in the final?
Well, it's not so much pull a few more revs, it's just simply getting power on earlier, because we were taking 2/3 of the way down the straight before we could get any power fully on, whereas Peter was coming off the turn pretty hard and was getting the power on very early. So hopefully adjusting the plates like we hope, we'll get it on early now.
Well, most of the fans here this afternoon, I'd say, Lee, we're a bit amazed to see you driving around there with a broken arm. How come this happened?
You know those things with 2 wheels that fall over now and again? Well, it fell over.
I think you're better off in the water, mate.
Probably.
Best of luck in the final. Lee Kavanagh, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
two of the Formula Ford boys on the water now, ready for the next event. Loco 2 coming through. Bobby found. He ran third in the first heat of the Formula Fords. That's Havoc 3 going through. Glen Eddington, number 191, shaped like a porpoise. And this is Little Terror, Dennis Parker, deputising for Robbie Wyatt, who's on his honeymoon. Then we have Blue, Barry Baker. This is Intruder, coming past now the light blue boat of Bobby Walker. Next around is Antics Greg Bellum, the orange and red boat, and Subaru, Jeff Heggert's coming out now, and Loco 2 about to fire up. Cabs, Lee Kavanagh, 3, Tracy, Bob Kruger, and 4, Lane 4 S101 Neil Laundy. The emergencies are Dargle and Excessive. So lane 1 is Chaos, lane 2 Cavs, Tracy in 3 and S101 4. The emergencies Dargle and Excessive. That's event number 9, the final of the Mike Spartan Memorial. Formula Ford Scratch Race Heat 2, and after this race we'll have a talk to Bobby Kruger, who drives Tracy, and Bobby Kruger hails from Japarrit. Alec Moffat told me New South Wales. I know Japarrit's Victoria, Alec.
It's not Rob, it's Rob.
Rob, is it? Rob.
Just Rob.
R-O-B. Yeah, Rob Thurger. Bob Kruger, I'll get it right in a minute. Okay, Rob Kruger. It's Bob Thurger and Rob Kruger. Thanks, mate. Okay, we'll have a talk to Rob straight after this race, ladies and gentlemen. The start boat goes around now. These boats starting to sort themselves out. Rat Race. Antics is up there with Loco 2, Havoc 3. Antics is a long way from them, but he's going to let them go. And getting away well on the inside was Rat Race. Loco 2 was up there early, going very fast out wide as Antics now, with Havoc 3 and Intruder is going to be tailed off along last. Havoc 3 just a leader, but on the outside Antics is going it after it very quickly. In behind them Little Terror now getting up on the inside. They'll follow further back by Rat Race. Blue is a long way out of its ground, and a long last well back there Loco 2. Right into the straightest, Little Terror getting up on the inside, Havoc in the 3 in the centre, and Antics out wide. It's a 3 boat war at the moment. 3 in line, then Rat Race. They were followed by Intruder, then Loco 2. Blue and Subaru was last. Out of the straight once more, and with the 8 of the inside, Little Terror is the leader from Havoc 3. Antics going up on the outside. They were followed in by Rat Race, then Blue going around them, Loco 2 from Intruder, and Subaru was last. Into the back straight once more, and still doing it well is Little Terror, Dennis Parker. Havoc 3 is running second, Antics third. A long gap on the field, a Rat Race. They were followed in on the outside, Intruder going around them for Loco 2. A long way from them, Blue, and last of all, Subaru. So into the straight once more, and doing it well, Little Terror, Dennis Parker got away from the other 2. That's Antics on the inside of Havoc 3, and they've opened up a gap of, I'd say about 80 to 100 metres over on the inside Rat Race. They were followed out wide by Intruder. A long gap on the field then to Blue, who was third last. Loco 2 second last, and last of all then was Subaru, Jeff Heggerton. Into the back straight once more, the BDO straight down towards the carousel, and it's Little Terror showing the way, Dennis Parker from Antics Greg Bellum. Havoc 3 has dropped right out of it, I'd say. He must have stopped, I reckon, Havoc 3. Can't pick him up at the moment. And running third then, getting up on the inside was Rat Race from Intruder. Blue was well back with Loco 2, and last of all is Subaru, and the other one must be out of it. Yes, Havoc 3 is out of the race. He's parked becalmed on the outside of the course. And there goes the flag, white with the red cross sashes for drivers to hold their positions. There's a boat becalmed on the water. That's Havoc 3, Glen Eddington. It's not his day today. As Little Terror the leader. Antics is running second. A good dive for third. Between on the outside, Intruder going up. They go past Rat Race. They were followed then by Loco 2 around Blue, and Subaru was last. They come around and get the yellow flag this time with 1.5 laps to go though. At the present moment, And it's Little Terror. They've got to get him yet. He's out about 50 metres in front of Antics. A long gap on the field of Intruder, who's going around the outside of Rat Race, Loco 2, then Blue, and last of all is Superoo. Right back with our race leader, the yellow flag is out. And doing it very well, Little Terror. The only danger, if any, is Antics going it after him, but he may have left his run too late, Greg Bellum, and they've scooted right away from Rat Race, who's further back on the field. Like with our race leaders though, interest in the first two at the moment, as Little Terror, Dennis Parker the leader. Antics is out after him, not much between them. Intruders in third placing. They were followed by Rat Race, Loco 2, a long gap on the field of Blue and Superoo. Down the back straight though, and Little Terror skipped away again towards Carousel as they race towards the rail line seats, and also the Apollo Power Plus Batteries boy. And round the back there, past the VDO boy now, and now past the Stevens Boats and Psycho Marine corner, and it's still doing it well, Little Terror. It's nicely clear of in second placing Antics. I don't think it can make up the water in the main straight, and a long gap in the field of Intruder, but coming down to get the checkered flag, and a good drive too. Here's Little Terror, Dennis Parker getting the checkered flag, beating Antics, Greg Bellum. Third home will be Intruder. Bobby Walker, who failed to finish in the first heat. Fourth in then, coming down the main straight, is Rat Race, Ray Carlton. Fifth home, Loco 2, Bobby Found. Followed in then by Blue, Barry Baker, and a long gap on the field to Superoo. Checking them, Little Terror, Dennis Parker first, Antics, Greg Bellum second, and Intruder third. Right at the microphone, ladies and gentlemen, we have Rob Kruger from Japarrett, who'll drive Tracy in the final. Well, Rob, you said you're not a very talkative person, but we'll see what we get out of you for a start. 35 seconds, can the boat go quicker?
Well, maybe, if I get a good run and can get a good line on the corners, yeah, maybe, but I'll be trying anyway.
Rob, you've drawn lane 3 with Chaos and Cavs, you're inside it. Are you going to try and get past these two boats, or hope they'll sit in behind them?
Well, I'll try to the first buoy all out and just see where we go from there.
Rob, do you feel you can pull a bit more power out of the boat?
I'll try.
They're not very talkative, these country boys. Anyhow, Rob, thanks very much for coming up and talking to us, and all the best in the final.
Good, thank you.
Now, on a warm-up run, we're waiting on S101 Neil Laundy with a white and red boat. One Neil Laundy from the Victorian Speedboat Club. Here goes Tracy, a most impressive winner in its heat. Tracy, Rob Kruger. And there goes Chaos. None better in the world. One of the world's greatest drivers, that Peter Smith. And as I said before, you watch the way he goes so close to these boys when he takes the turns. And there's Cabs about to join them over at the side, and they'll take them around a second time. Because I'm positive that Tony Walsh and Chantine to the start boat, but what a perfect start for these four very, very powerful boats. They make a pretty sight as they come into the main straight of Albert Park Lake. And nearest the start boat will be Chaos Peter Smith. Cabs next to him, Lee Kavanagh, Tracy on the outside, and S101. They've dropped back a bit, it's tailed off at the moment. They wouldn't want to give these three a start, I can assure you of that. He's going to let them go this time. Watch Chaos on the inside. He's the one to watch, he's not going to mess around with them. He's going to let them go, I reckon. Yes, away they go. Chaos got away, but Cabs is not going to let him breathe. Earlier, Cabs has gone up fast on the outside, and he's got past Chaos. There's a sensation early with Cabs taking a lead from Chaos, but Pete Smith will come back quickly. Now watch them as they come to the first turn. And Cabs taking a very fine line is the leader from Chaos. Pete Smith in second spot. Then Tracy, Rob Kruger, and further back in the field is S101. I don't think Pete liked it at the first turn, where Cabs the leader. In second placing is Chaos, but has he got Cabs flying? He's doing it very well. There goes Chaos up on the outside again. Swapped around the outside. Pete Smith is best. He gave him a shower as he went past, and Chaos has beat it to the front. Cabs are yet to be denied, is coming again on the inside. Going close to the buoy, it's Chaos. Booting right away from them now. Cabs got a little bit of a sway up then and dropped back through the field. I think he's lost a bit of power. Then Tracy in S101 has burnt off. Chaos into the back straight once more, the VDA back straight. And it's Chaos. I'd like to know his lap times. He's flying. Chaos, Peter Smith, one of the best in the world, the Australian champion. He's showing what it's all about as he takes the left-hander. Just take note how close he comes to these boys as he comes to the left-hander in the main straight. Just a whisker away. Not bad in a speedboat. Capable of 200 kilometres an hour. Chaos, the leader. He's got one away from Cavs. Then Tracy, and S101 has burned off and he's one of the best around. Shows you how quick the leader is. Chaos, now owned in Victorian interest, is the leader down the back straight once more, and they're going like grease lightning out in front. Down past Carousel, and Chaos well clear of Cavs in second placing, Tracy third, and last of all is Wesso's 101. Already the yellow flag is out. He's done 3 and a bit laps into the main straight once more, and this is what this man's all about. That's why he's in a class of his own, one of the best in the world. You're having a look at a champion, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Smith from New South Wales. He's got a bit on them. You can see the way he takes the turns. Down the back straight once more. Cavs, only a young Victorian driver. He's showing great heart, and so is Tracy Rob Kruger. And Neil Lawney's still only a rookie in the game, but down the back for the last time. And it's Chaos well clear. And he's going to take out the Mike Sparner Memorial and pick up a goose's neck for 1,000 lovely Rhodes Scholars as they come down the main straight. Put your hands together for a great effort, ladies and gentlemen. A true champion. Chaos, Peter Smith, takes the Kavanagh in Cavs. Took it all on with a broken arm. Driven by Rob Kruger. And fourth and last, S101 Neil Lawney. Great effort.
Not to go away, there's plenty more racing. And don't forget the same boats will be...
The Australian champion, a great driver, Peter Smith, taking it the Mike Sparner Memorial for 1986 in Chaos. Those boats, as you saw, S101, Chaos, Tracy and Cavs will be in action again later this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, in the Lion Stephens Gold Cup. Now we'd just like to mention, ladies and gentlemen, Ray Bride with the Travel Tower, Skybird Tower Hire, and they have the Skybird Tower Hire specialising in tree lopping and surgery, land clearing, also 60-foot and 80-foot travel towers for general hire, for sign writing, cleaning and painting. Contact Ray Bride on 796-8734 for fast, efficient service 24 hours a day. Art of the real racing here in Victoria.
It's official, they are, the results as are they finished.
Vision, Evil, Smorgon Racing, SD12, and missed out on the winning the championship over a controversial incident, which I know for sure Rod wasn't too happy about, but he's out keen to make amends today. Sinner, Ray Barry coming out, or it might be Ray Owen. I'm just trying to pick up, see if he's got a beard.
Yeah.
No, it's Ray Barry. Owen driving this time, unless he's a ventriloquist or something. Okay, we're going to ask Normie Day. Would you come and see Roger Andrews, please? Normie Day. Brian Kenner recently won the Australian Championship in Adelaide. You see all those boats that went around the Mike Sparner Memorial, go around again in the Stephens Lions Gold Cup. Driving at this time, Steve Brown in Rock and Roll. Johnny King drove it in the first heat. Now Steve's driving it in this. Hailing from Sydney. Rock and Roll is one of the Bobby Thurger marine boats. Frank Brozzioni behind it, we understand. Rock and Roll 327. Here you are, Thurger boats on the back. Here's Smorgon Racing, Brian Kenner, and Dragula, Tommy Heffernan, or it could be Bob Potgeter, about to fire up. This boat is for sale. Anyone interested can see Gary in the pits before the meeting's over, and Gary will give you a prize on application. Now there they go in the back, Rock and Roll, Evil, Dragula. Australian champion last year, Gary James.
No, firing. Now,
Rock and Roll and Illusion SD28 in the centre of the lake. So I'd say you can forget about them unless they can fire up pretty quickly. The start boat's coming around now. It's Morgan Racing on the inside. In the centre is Evil. On the outside, Dragula, Blue Thunder and Sinner. And you can forget about Illusion and Rock and Roll. Neither of those boats will get a start. They bring them around again, so they let them go this time for sure. He won't mess around with them. SD on the inside. Set. And he's let them go this time, and Smorgan Racing got away well on the inside from Evil. Blue Thunder began well. Dragula Sinner going around the outside. I'm settling down on Smorgan Racing, just the leader, but Evil Rod Frost is going up quickly on the outside. Further back on the field then, the Sinner's trying to make up ground on the inside. Blue Thunder's back further in the field and getting right through now on the inside of Sinner to run up to the third placing. Right, the leader Smorgan Racing from Evil Sinner is third, then Dragula and Blue Thunder with the men. Out of the straight the first time, Smorgan Racing, Brian Kenner is the leader. He shows the way from Rod Frost and Evil. Sinner running third. A gap on the field then to Dragula on the inside and Blue Thunder is last. Making their way down past the carousel, into left-hander past the Rayline seats and the VDO boys and the Apollo Power Plus batteries, and doing it extremely well at Smorgan Racing. Brian Kenner the leader. Evil Rod Frost second. Sinner, Ray Owen is third. A gap on the field of Blue Thunder and Dragula had dropped out to last. Smorgan Racing about the best part of 60 metres in front of Evil, 30 metres away to Sinner. A gap on the field of Blue Thunder and Dragula with them in a long way from the leaders. In the left-hander past the VDO triangular buoy and down past the VDO straight now. Down the back as they race down towards the Albert Park side of the lake, and it's doing it very, very easy in front of Smorgan Racing. Good dives for second and third between Sinner and Evil. A long gap on the field into Blue Thunder and Dragula was still last. Right, back with our race leader into the main straight once more. This will be 2 down and 2 to go. And it's Morgan Racing with a very handy break now over Ray Owen, who slipped up on a second placing in Sinner. Rod Frost has dropped back a fair bit in Evil. A long gap on the field of Blue Thunder. And last of all, and a long way from them too, is Dragula. With about a lap and a quarter to go now, and it's still Smorgan Racing, but Ray Owen is starting to make up water on him very quickly, but he's still a long way from him. And in running third is Evil Rod Frost, followed by Blue Thunder, Darren Walker, and Dragula was last. Smorgan Racing past the left-hander, past the Psycho Marine and Stephen Boat's corner, in the left-hander of the VDO buoy, and into the main straight as they go down towards the straight once more, and past the finishing line with a lap to go. The yellow flag is out, and it's Morgan Racing. Brian Kenner the leader. Second, Sinner, Ray Owen's having a bit of trouble with the sunlight. They were followed by Evil Roddy Frost, and a long gap on the field into Darren Walker and Blue Thunder, and Drager was along last. Smorgan Racing's got them going, they're struggling at the moment. He's well clear down the back straight from Sinner in second trot, and then Evil, followed by Blue Thunder and then Dragula. In the left-hander past the Rayline seats, buoy down past the Apollo Power Plus batteries and the Psycho Marine Stephen Boat's corner, and the leader Morgan Racing is going to take this one out. It's going to come down and get the checkered flag. A good drive by Brian Kenner for third and the first today. He's going to see it out to win well. Sinner came home very fast to run second. Ray Owen. Third in was Evil Rod Frost. A long gap on the field of Blue Thunder fourth, and last will be Dragula. Illusion failed, did not start, and neither did Rock and Roll. So, the winner, Smorgan Racing of the 4.2 litre stock displacement scratch race. Smorgan Racing, Brian Kenner. Second placing to Sinner, Ray Owen, and third was Evil Rod Frost. Another one there.
Yeah.
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, Just Zag nearest the start boat with Just Zig, well wouldn't it? In force of the red boat, rough and ready on the outside, and Ace Drilling has dropped out to the long last. This is where he's going to be, because he's going to let them go this time for sure. Don't forget, plenty of good racing yet to come, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the Lion Stevens Gold Cup, event number 15, and the King of the Lake, lap record attempts. Okay, they're set. Stand by, and he's let them go, and Just Zig got away very fast indeed. There goes Enforcer up on the outside. Just Zag is dropping back through the field. Well, wouldn't it's trying to wear its way through too. And Ace Drilling is going to be a very, very long last. Just Zig, just the leader, Enforcer wide out on the water. Well, wouldn't is up there with them too as they come into the main straight, and it's Just Zig the leader. It's got away from Enforcer. Just Zag is getting up on the inside out wide. Rough and ready, they were followed by Well, wouldn't it? And Ace Drilling is a long last. Out of the straight the first time at Just Zig, Dennis Parker, and this boat is for sale. If you want to see Dennis in the pits, he'll give you a price. Just Zig the leader from Enforcer, the red boat, running third out wide on the water now, moving around them. Rough and ready, it's all over the water, aptly named, followed by Just Zag, well wouldn't it, and Ace Drilling was a long last. Back with our race leaders, they go past the left-hander, at the rail line seats boy, past the Apollo Power Plus batteries, and into the main one of the left-hander, and the main straight now, past the VDO boy, and it's Just Zig the leader. Dennis Parker from the Melbourne Club, showing the way. He's well clear of second placing, Brendan Clark and Enforcer, running third, Rough and ready, Bobby Butcher. Well back at Just Zag, Eric Hollingworth. A long gap to Well wouldn't it, Johnny Wellwood, and Ace Drilling, Ronnie Snedden was last of all. Back with our race leader, and it's still doing it well, Just Zig, as it races down the back. They've been the best part of 100 metres now. In front of in second placing Enforcer, Brendan Clark. A gap on the field then. Running third is Rough and Ready, followed by Just Zag, well wouldn't it, and last of all is Ace Drilling. Dennis Parker's bringing it around to the straight once more, 2 down and 2 to go. And in the main straight it's Just Zig showing the way from Enforcer out after it. A long gap on the field of Rough and Ready, the only chance, if any, and further back to Just Zag, well wouldn't it, and Ace Drilling is pretty well strung out as they go over the straight once more. At the left-hander at VDO, past the rail line seats boy, into the back straight now, the Apollo Power Plus batteries boy, and down the back, and the Psycho Marine and Stevens Boats corner, and it's Just Zig the leader. Enforcers running second, long gap on the field into Rough and Ready. They were followed in by Just Zag, well wouldn't it, and Ace Drilling just going past the spectators. Back with our race leader, and they've got to get the leader, Just Zig, as he's going to come around and get the yellow flag. Enforcer, he's throwing everybody's boot at it at the moment. A long gap on the field into Rough and Ready. Just Zag as well back with well wouldn't it, and Ace Drilling was a long last. 1 lap to go. It's Just Zig the leader. He's still out about 40 metres in front. In second placing Enforcer, a gap on the field of Rough and Ready, Just Zag, well wouldn't it, and Ace Drilling. Enforcer will have to get a bit of a wriggle on him. It's going to get this leader, but I don't think they're going to get to him because Just Zig driven a heady race by Dennis Parker. It's well clear down the back straight, down towards a carousel, and it's nicely clear. Second placing then is Enforcer, Brendan Clark. I think he might have to be happy with second spot. And in third place is Rough and Ready, a long gap on the field then to Just Zag, well wouldn't it, Ace Drilling. But they're going to come around and get the checkered flag this time. And a pretty good drive too by Dennis Parker for a second and a win. Dennis Parker wins in Just Zig from the Melbourne Club. Second Enforcer, a win in a second. Brendan Clark. Third home, Rough and Ready. 2 Zag will be next in. Very easy win indeed of the 4.2 litre stock hydro scratch race, going to Just Zig. Dennis Parker. Second placing to Enforcer, Brendan Clark. Here goes Just Zag and well wouldn't it over the line, and Ace Drilling has pulled out of the event on the left hand side of the lake. Failed to finish. Okay, we'll check those. First Just Zig, Dennis Park from Melbourne in 4 top boats engaged in this one. Chaos, Tracy, S101, Cavs, Excessive and Dargle. Going back to Sydney, to what's in the future for you?
Well, as far as Chaos, the boat is sold. It's sold to a Victorian syndicate, John Nason and a couple of other fellas, so they're going to be campaigning the boat down here, changing the name to their original name. Myself, I'll be standing on the bank and getting most upset because I'm not driving.
What do you got lined up in the future? Can we see you possibly at Yarrawonga, for instance, at later at Christmas time this year?
Well, as it's been over the years, I haven't anything planned at this stage, but hell knows what will come up between now and the end of the year. I've already had one chap ask me if they wanted to put a combination together and asked me if I was interested, but myself, I'm just not in a financial situation to campaign about that. So.
Pete, I understand Johnny Nason may be driving in the A-Page scratch race, Chaos.
Yep, John's going to go down there and give it a little bit, so it'll be good to watch and good for John too. It's a whole different ball game for him. He's only ever driven a blown boat a couple of times before, and it's just going to be a new ball game for him. But